Welcome back to Steve Robb Reviews. Today, well, if you've never seen this channel before, on my channel I only review products that I buy myself and I use myself, and then I give a review on it, and in the future I like to update it with how the product actually worked out over the long term. And I have many reviews on different products that I've used over the years, and today it's going to be about a tripod. And for all of you that are on YouTube and you're not actually making videos, you may still find this interesting because a lot of people don't make YouTube videos, but they like to use a tripod, whether it's with a camera or a camcorder. And what are other people using out there? Well, most of the time when you're watching somebody in a YouTube video, well, the last thing you're going to see is what tripod they're using, right? And right now, you're not going to see what kind of tripod I'm using because I'm using it right now. But I'm just going to show you here what I have been using for over 5 years on YouTube. And you do not have to spend a lot of money on YouTube with your tripod, camera equipment, or anything else. I'll just show you. I always have two cameras because a lot of times I need two cameras. And if you take a look on the bottom here, you can see the type of shoe this is that fits on the top of the tripod. It's much different than the one that I am looking into the camera here now. But we'll get to that in a minute. This is my first one here, and it's just branded Kodak. I paid like $12 for this, and this is a terrific tripod. I believe it goes to about maybe 50 inches tall at the most. And like most tripods, this is the only head action that you're going to get here. It's just up and down. There is no left and right. All you've got is this. So again, you only got this up and down, and I didn't like that. And I didn't know that you could get a tripod that could accomplish so much more. So this one here, like you say, it's got this handle in it here, and if you try to pan, you can't because it gets stuck, so you got to loosen up, and then it's jerky, and you know, it's 12 bucks, but you know what? It did me fine, and I will still use this as my second camera tripod. So this is my other one, and of course it's much taller. This one here goes to about 6 feet tall, and this one here is branded Polaroid, and I paid around the same price on sale. Like, I know it was under $20, maybe $14. It's not very well made at all, but you don't have to get something that's like so expensive. You can spend easy $400 on a tripod. For what? What are you getting out of it, right? Unless there's features on it that you absolutely have to have. So, same thing, you know, you got this kind of motion here, and of course the little handle that raises it up and down broke a long time ago, so I just use this, you know, crank her up, lift it up, put it down, and it's done fine. Now I'll show you something. All these ones like this break. If you take a look here, I put a zip tie in there. Yeah, all these break because the joints here are all just riveted. This is all plastic, and it's cheesy, really cheesy. But you know what? 5 years this thing has lasted me. Well, about 4 years. I got about a year later than this one here, so maybe 4 years, 4.5 years. And it's got these little clips here, you know, to extend the legs. They're all pretty well similar. Now the new one that I've got, I'm going to show you in a minute here, is quite different. And you know, these work, and so many YouTubers that you're watching now, or you know, yourself, this is the style that you have. So I'll just show you the new one come in this bag. Guys, I've never used a tripod bag in my life. This one here, I'm going to put I got a crossbow, so I'm going to put the crossbow bolts in here. This would be ideal for just a bag, just for the crossbow bolts, and that's it. So this is what it came in, and this is the brand here. But I'll tell you what, this brand means absolutely nothing as far as I'm concerned, because I've seen the exact same style, branded, different names for at least 10 other different units. And I just picked the one with the lowest price. And guys, I got this one here for $105, I believe. And it's just a terrific, I like the whole idea of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the tripods around here, and I'm going to show you this new one that I got. And just, you guys let me know what you think, because I like the features on this. I think it's a terrific tripod, and it's well worth the $100 I spent. So let's take a look. Well, this is the tripod itself here, just the head unit. As you can see, it's much different than, say, one like this. And the first thing I'll explain, it's got nice little soft press buttons here you can twist around. And what that does is it prevents the head from moving, or you can just pan. And this is just like, guys, I tell you what, you know how smooth that is? It's just like a fluid motion. And then you can just stop it wherever you want. These two knobs here, well, they actually operate this part right here, back and forth, left and right. And you can just put a little bit of tension on it, you know, and wherever you want, you could just lock it right in. And I'll tell you what, the hardware on here, all these connections are all bolts. It's not plastic snap-in kind of stuff. And the best feature of this is the exact head unit itself. And I'll have to back up the camera a bit there and show you how this operates. But this is a quite different setup than actually using one like this. So let's go to another shot here, and I'll show you exactly how this works. Okay, so here we are here, and you know, a lot of times when you're using a tripod, well, just to use the tripod as it is here, you could see, I'll loosen this up, and you could see how far, I mean, you could almost take a shot directly down there, you know, or up like this. Now, you can do that like with this as well, but this here is a much more fluid system. But this is the real benefit of this. You loosen this collar up here. And this is not only your extension, so this goes taller than me, a lot taller. You bring this up like this, lock it in this position, undo this knob here on the side here. I hope you can see all this. You undo this knob, and I'll show you how this works here. If I just undo the knob a bit more, there we go. And I have to just, guys, I've only did this a couple of times. Why am I having a problem with this? Not doing something right. Okay, I knew there was a little pin in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually show you this pin. Guys, I forgot to, see that little red pin? I forgot to touch the pin. My mistake, right? Like, I mean, this is real-time stuff. This is like, you know, like an infomercial. So anyways, yeah, so your tripod stays up like this, if I get you in the shot there. And then you can have the tripod go like this. Now, I'll bring the camera down a little bit for you so you could see how this would come in handy. Well, what do you think? I really like it. And these little red tabs here, well, you can extend the legs out further this way. Now, all the other tripods, once you try and, you're limited to this action here. But you press this button here, and the legs will go out to about a 20-degree angle. So, you know, it's really low. And the weight of this, I would say, is 3 times the weight of my other tripods. The legs itself don't have snaps. I didn't show the legs. I mean, you just pull the legs out and you just turn a collar and locks them in. I mean, you don't have to get into that. But besides that, I think it's very well made. And the idea of this, I thought, is very slick. And if I can just put this up here without hitting anything. And, you know, you just put it in here. And that's it. Like you say, the only thing I have to do is remember, you know, to just touch that little red button to unlock it to get out, because I guess that's a safety feature on it. But I tell you what, when you take a look at this, it's very well made. And I mean, you know, for me, $100 is a lot for a tripod compared to using these for 15 bucks. But I figured, you know what? A lot of times I've had to MacGyver, you know, a setup to do this. And I'll show you over here. If you guys watch the channel long enough, you see me use this before. If I get over here. Yeah. So I got one of these a while ago. And of course I mount the camera here. And for all my overhead shots, I was using this, right? Now the only thing I'm going to show you here that's different on this, that, you know, at first I didn't know what to think of this, but this is just a crank. It's not like one of them pull lever bit, you know, to take the top off, but it's got a different, if you take a look here, it's got a different type of shoe on the bottom. This is all metal. It's not plastic. The other stuff I got is like a cheese factory. Cheesy, 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 right? This here is all metal, and when you put it in, you have to actually lock it down, and it's not going nowhere because it's got two jaws that are really clamping that in. This thing's not going nowhere. I found the best thing for me when I'm filming, especially when I've been up north, I have not shown some video footage and I just threw it out because I had the camera up high and I didn't notice it, but the wind was moving my camera, you know, like on the tripod, because it's very, you know, like flimsy, and it was very light. And when you're filming, you're looking, you know, at the camera and you're wondering, okay, I couldn't notice it, but when I was starting to film, I thought there's something wrong with my SD card or something wrong with some. It was moving. It was actually moving. The wind was moving my tripod with the camera on it. So, you know, I thought, okay, what am I going to do now? Like weight down the tripod? So when I seen this on sale, I bought it. And you guys let me know what you think. This is a much different design than I've ever seen before, especially when you can articulate the head to all the different, you know, positions that many times when you're filming, you need to get in there for them positions because you can't hold the camera, or you've got two cameras going, and, you know, you just want to do it right. So, and that's what I like to do, is try and do things as the best I can and do them, I guess, right. So thanks for joining me here today. If you've never seen this channel before, you're welcome to subscribe, and leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about this design here, because I got a feeling a lot of people are going to say, I don't know, I like this kind of thing here, right? So you guys take care. Come back again now, eh? Cheers.